Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the first Wolfcast of 2022. First up, a look into the drastic measures teachers are taking to find subs.
A new episode of Cooking with Ethan featuring the cast of Something Rotten.
And the top 3 things you need to know for today.
Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park, and happy Tuesday. I'm Abby Martinez, and I'm here this morning with Jack Polishik and Katie Whitmarsh.
Since the pandemic started, subs have been harder to find than ever before, and schools are having to go to some drastic measures to make sure kids have a teacher.
But what exactly are schools having to do? Reporter Reese Elizondo has more.
Thanks, Jack. With COVID spreading like wildfire, more and more people are getting sick, including teachers. Some subs are having to come in every day, and sometimes they have a new class to teach each period. In the past 2 years, the amount of subs available has gone down a lot. Schools try to get people to cover classes, but sometimes there's no luck. Some classes have to spend periods of time in the library when no one could take over. Alexandra Mahler, a first-time long-term sub, talks about how subbing during a pandemic is.
It has been crazy busy with everyone being sick, but I've really enjoyed it.
As the second semester is underway, the search for subs has become more desperate.
They're doing their best, but they also don't really know.
Schools are taking big measures. Counselors, APs, and even principals are coming close to taking over classes when others can't.
Right now we're using a lot of support staff like Mr. Gallagher and Melissa Barrera, and some of our teachers have volunteered to fill into some classes.
I have heard that with everyone being sick and the craziness of the times, I'm sure the APs will do a wonderful job in the classroom teaching you all.
It does happen. I know our APs and counselors and everyone are very willing to help and step in if they need.
The real question is, what is going to happen when absolutely no one can take over classes? What will schools do when classes upon classes don't have subs? Is there another option? There have been some districts closed due to lack of staffing. At this point, schools are just trying to make sure classes have teachers. With CPHS News, I'm Reese Elizondo.
Thanks, Reese.
Now let's throw it over to Cooking with Ethan as he makes omelets to promote theater's production of Something Rotten.
Hello, Cedar Park! Welcome to the second episode of Cooking with Claire with Ethan, and today we are featuring Brady Allen, who is our lead of the upcoming show Something Rotten. We'll be making an omelet per instructions from one of the songs from the musical. You play Nick Bottom, right?
I do.
And he's
play Nick Bottom.
he's a writer in the Renaissance period. The song entitled Make an Omelet basically tells the audience about the instructions to make an omelet from the perspective of 3 chefs. All right, now why don't we prepare our ingredients? Green peppers. I don't have an onion, so I have a shallot instead. Some salted butter, some ham, a carton of eggs. We've now prepared all of our ingredients, and we're going to start making the omelet.
First, melt a tablespoon of butter in a medium frying pan over medium heat. And saute the onions and green pepper till they're tender. Add the ham pieces.
So here's the thing, in the song it never actually says when to add the eggs, so I'm just going to add them now.
Add that egg and cook it.
Turn off the heat. Let the omelet sit 1 minute in the skillet so the inside cooks right through.
Oh, this is a failed omelet. It will taste okay. This is not how you make an omelet. All right, Brady, your turn.
First, melt a tablespoon of butter in a medium frying pan over medium heat. And saute the onions and green pepper till they're tender. Add the ham pieces.
Make an omelet, make an omelet, make an omelet now.
Turn off the heat. Let the omelet right through.
I think it's what matters on the inside that counts. You want to try it, Aiden Johnson?
I'll try it. I'll try it.
Now, Aiden plays Shakespeare.
I mean,
It tastes good.
it's really good.
I think that the burned shallots are a little extra flavor.
Here's my omelet, which is obviously better than Ethan's.
Are your peppers cooked? Are your peppers cooked?
That was good.
All right, that is it for this episode of Cooking with Care with Ethan. Make sure to purchase tickets for Something Rotten at cphstheaterarts.com, or if you're a student, you can purchase discounted tickets this week in the cafeteria.
Just come and see. It's going to be really good. We have a flying set and a lot of really good performers. But yeah.
All right, back to you, anchors.
Coming up, reporter Kason Johnson has the top 3 things you need to know for today. But first, these announcements.
We're wrestling and you're watching the Wolfcast.
Good morning, CPHS. I'm Kason Johnson with your top 3 things you need to know for today. First, a diamond from outer space. Recently, a diamond the size of a person's hand was unearthed in Dubai. This special 555.55 carat carbonado diamond was believed to be not of this world. As experts say, quote, "We believe that they were formed through extraterrestrial origins, with meteorites colliding with the Earth and either forming chemical vapor deposition or indeed coming from the meteorites themselves," end quote. The gem is currently on auction for a whopping $6.8 million. Next, conflict in Colleyville, Texas. A man by the name of Malik Akram held 4 people hostage inside the Beth Israel Congregation Synagogue. Akram demanded that someone he knew in jail for a while should be released while holding captives at gunpoint. Officers took precaution and eventually rescued the hostages who were unharmed. President Joe Biden told reporters, quote, "I don't think there is sufficient information to know why he targeted that synagogue, why he insisted the release of someone who's been in prison for over 10 years, why he was engaged, why he was using an anti-Semitic and anti-Israeli comments." Finally, the Hi How Are You Project is hosting its international Happy Habitathon starting this weekend. The project is focused around awareness and fundraising, with the main goal being to try to take action on activities to improve mental health for those in the need for it. The event will take place in Austin and will run from January 22nd to January 31st. The project owners gave details saying, quote, registration is free and all proceeds will go towards thoughtful media, events, peer-to-peer training and awareness resources, and much more, end quote. And there are your top 3 things you need to know for today. With CPHS News, I'm Kason Johnson. Keep it real, Cedar Park.
Thanks, Kason.
The Happy Habitathon, I think that's a really good idea. You know, it's like a little bit, it's upsetting, but you know, like recently with COVID and everything and people being stuck inside, like mental awareness has been like on the rise and people are being, you know, more aware of their mental state. So I really think that's a good idea and like to get that out there, especially in the Austin area where it's like so local.
Yeah, and I know like that wall, like showing people know what it is, like and just seeing it like everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's so cool, like about the origins of all of that. Like that wall is based off this musician Daniel Johnston, and he just kind of had a lot of mental health problems.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see him being recognized and inadvertently him helping out so many people in this. You know.
For sure. That's all we have for today. Make sure to keep up with all of our content. Head over to our YouTube at CPHS News.
You can also follow at CPHS_sports for updates during games.
More on Thursday. Catch a feature story on Something Rotten, Hungry Hungry Houston, and more.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning.
With CPHS News, I'm Katie Whitmarsh.
I'm Jack Polishuk.
And I'm Abby Martinez. Remember to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.